last week, which I did remember her name. I just had gone blank.
When you said that, I went back and looked.
Oh my gosh. It was just like, how could I not know that? There's just blank spots in my life. Welcome to Craft Roulette, episode 117. This is the ultimate paper crafting card making game show challenge. And we're so glad you're here. If you are scrolling through and you've never seen this and you're interested in card making and in live shows where we talk a lot and don't teach a darn thing, stay tuned. Okay? It's so great to see so many friends in the chatterbox. Fun Friday, Patty, you're here. Parablossom Press, our spin sponsors here. Monica's here, who was here last week. Was that just last week? Gosh, it seems like... Yes, it was. Oh my gosh. Time is just such a mystery. We have a great guest tonight. I was thinking this afternoon, I don't have to think about anything to talk about. I think she could carry the whole show. Let's give her a start time. And so she can say hi and Mr. Producer can hear how she sounds.
Hi, everyone. I am so glad to be here. Scared, but good.
That's reasonable. That's a reasonable thing.
Sure.
I think I'm always a little bit. When I think about it, I get a little anxiety, but usually I don't think. So it's really easy, dumb and happy, just kind of happy as a jerk or something like that. I don't know. We just roll along with the punches. We'll be fine.
We get in our comfort zones,
Yes.
I like to be in my comfort zone. And
I wonder what a Friday night without being in this seat would be like. I would be so sad. I'd probably, if I were at Costco or something, I'd probably have my spoons interviewing people at Costco.
I'm reading comments.
Yeah, I gotta see who all's here. Patty Beck, Sherry Pemberton from down the street in Missouri, Amy Ulan from Washington, Smurf Murphy, who is not blue, is here, Terry W, Christina in Sweden is here, Rose Ann is here from Sun City. Oh man, I bet it's hot there. Gloria Wolf, nice to see you. She says hi, Desiree. 5K Lamone. 5K, running those 5K. I don't know if you've ever run another one. Have you? You ran the one, I gave you the name, and now I don't know if you've ever run another one. That's okay. Card Monkey's here. Cordelia, nice to see you guys. Lynn, good to have you. Arlene, wonderful. Hi, Deputy Heidi Ryan. Oh, man, we got to mind our P's and Q's. Deanna from down the street in Independence, nice to have you. No blue Smurf. That's right, Patty Beck. Patty Beck sent in her 111th consecutive card this week. Plus, she does the bonus retro challenge. She's quite the girl. Karen Goddard from Down Under. How's your arm, sister? Lisa. Look at all you nice people. Sharon, did I see that you're spending part of your anniversary with us? That's pretty fun. Brian, how are you? Hey, Brian, I sent you a card a couple weeks ago and it came back. So if you could DM me your address, I'll send it again. I don't know. Cindy's back. That's nice. Roseanne. I already said Roseanne. Grandma Gay's here. And there is a Grandma Gay thoughtful question of the day for you. So you're not going to miss out. She writes the best questions. Don't you, Grandma Gay? She's married to Santa Claus, It's Brenda Gentry, do you have the baby? Mary Youngblood's here. Dawn is here. Lisa. Look at all you nice people. Y'all hoping for purse card tonight?
Oh, Betty. Betty is here.
Welcome, Betty. Aw, that's nice. Choose Joy with Carmen. She's been sending in process video after process video. It's so fun. I don't know, Patty Beck. I wonder if she should write like a thoughtful question of the day book. Or off the wall calendar kind of thing, yeah. Or just to have her own website that you can subscribe to and get that question of the day. No, purse. Do you think you can come up with that many, Grandma Gay?
Thoughtful question of the week.
Yeah, thoughtful question of the week would probably be better. That'd be almost too much work. No purse cards? What the heck?
I agree with that.
Ellen saying bring on the purse cards. Christina's ready for the... Oh, Christina, that thing that you made with the opening and the lawn chair inside of it, or the little building inside of it, the lawn chair was on the outside. That was just remarkable. And your gnome house? Holy smokes. Oh, you had the cast removed. Okay, orthopedic doctor will remove on Friday. Okay. Your elbow is strong enough to hold.
I like Susan. She's right.
What is she saying?
I need vintage or collage. Yes. Yes.
You really could do well with that. Wouldn't that be funny if you got it? Amanda has a plan for a purse card. You could get a purse card vintage collage.
Well, and it can also be a small purse on the card.
You know how to play this game. You know how. Yeah.
I can make it miniature.
Mm-hmm.
Ha-ha.
That's right. That's right. Monica, I have not got Mary, I did not get your card yet. But I went on Tuesday and I don't go back until next week. Cause it's too hot and I'm too lazy. Fun. You bought a postcard stamp. Oh, Deanna. You're ready. Oh.
Yes.
I'll go back next Tuesday.
I have my vintage photo right by me. Absolutely. It's always within arm's length.
Should be a good night. Georges, thank you for your question to ask tonight. Snickerdoodle time. We may have a problem with you. Could you change your handle? Because I love snickerdoodles and I only eat them every so rarely and it's too hot to make cookies. Could you just change that? Make it something like masking tape?
Keep it.
Hi, my handle is masking tape. Oh man, that sounds so good. I do love a good snickerdoodle. Dang. Did we get Carol's? I think we did, and that's why I didn't follow up. I think we did get Carol's. Pretty sure. It's time, Deputy Heidi is calling. Not quite. We got it. 30 seconds. We're going to check on something real fast, too. Snickerdoodles are so good. I made some snickerdoodle cupcakes, and they weren't... I wouldn't. Yeah. Just do what's good and right. That's what we say. Do what's good and right. Okay. Spoon of phones, are you working? I think so. All right. Are you really ready, Miss Desiree? Are you ready? We're going to take you off. We'll let you breathe. Get all worked up. Then we'll come in and interview you and get this show started, okay?
That's right. I'm going to watch it over here.
Okay. Thank you, Chatterboxes. Thank you, Mr. Producer. Thank you, Desiree. We'll be right back. American Fun founder and head professor of Fun University and your intrepid hostess to Craft Roulette. Yes, yes, yes. It's number 117. I'm just going to let that sink in a second here. I have been enjoying the chat room here before the show, and thank you so much for being here during the tailgate party of the show. Then we had the pre-show, and now we're in the show. Let me see what we need to do. Oh! Has anybody noticed anything about somebody that's in our room with us? Yes! Mr. Mike is coming alive before your very eyes. There was some kind of little fairy that came through here and put some little fairy dust on him, and he grew eyes. And then this kind of looks like his nose or something, doesn't it? That's right. We got Mr. Mike's got his eyes on you right here. Craft Roulette. We are the ultimate paper crafting, card making game show challenge. We're here every Friday night at 6:30, and you are always invited to join us. If you have a crafty friend that doesn't have anything to do, maybe they're in the hospital, please have them just come on over and watch us tonight and join us. We always have a good time here. We have a wonderful guest. We're going to introduce her to you in just a few minutes. He also has on his little jumper still from Marianne Hill in England and his Team Orange shirt. I should have changed that because I think there's somebody on the show tonight that's Team Purple. We don't know for sure. His Team Orange shirt from the House of Detizio and an array of little gnomes from the House of Detizio as well. If you would like some nice merchandise to wear, like Mr. Mike, we have a merch shop, and we have all sorts of stuff over there. If you would like to support us in this manner and walk around the streets of San Francisco or wherever you are and display your Craft Roulette, I really think the one that gets most people's comments are the whoa, whoa, whoa shirt. They go, why do you have a shirt that says whoa, whoa, whoa on it? So that's my personal favorite. Don't have anything. Let's see. Everything's down in the description, by the way. We have a fabulous spin sponsor this month. It is Pear Blossom Press. We had Amanda on the first week, and she's just like, I've been still trying to figure out how to clone her. She's just a fabulous, fabulous lady to work with, and she is giving gift certificates away all month long to the people if they win, to the people that have sent in a card during the week before. So we have really had fun with that and enjoyed it. I know people are having fun with their shopping sprees. So thank you again, Pear Blossom Press. We will be talking about that again. And where is it? And we'll probably be blinking our lights. Is it? There it is. There it is. We'll be blinking our lights for you. It was funny. Last week our parameters were lights. And so you can see a lot of Pear Blossom Press lights on the submission board here in just a few minutes. Anyway, it's really cool, and I'm really thankful for it. We have a few new patrons. Kathleen McKinney, Katie, and Monica Taylor have joined us over on the Patreon blog. We really appreciate you guys coming along. Andy Zach was mentioning that she thought that tomorrow was an all Zoom call for the all patron Zoom call, and we were going to do that if we got 100 patrons by the end of May. We got 90 now, which is fabulous. And, I started thinking about it, and I was just going, oh, let's just go ahead and do it anyway. So you do, right now in your Patreon blog, have an invitation to an all-patron blog Zoom call tomorrow at 1:30 Central Time. I hope you can join us. It will be fun. It'll be nice. I don't think Mr. Producer will be there. But we'll have fun. We'll be fine without him. So join us over there on Patreon. It's all down in the description if you want to join us. Another thing about our patrons, they have been enjoying. More and more people are getting their contributions in toward the end of the week. Last night, Lauren Taylor, who will be with us next week, got it in just like an hour before the deadline. So you guys are enjoying the extended submission. I think that's just so very, very nice. So let's get this show started, shall we? We have from Pennsylvania a really nice lady. I think she's quite a character. She has a friend with her. Her name is Desiree Kuemmerle, and we welcome her with warm applause. Yay! Is that the Furbot Max? The very spoiled kitty Furbot Max?
Yes, it is. I figured I would grab him before he jumped on the table and ruined the camera. So, yeah, I'm just going to hold him for a little bit. Yes, this is Max.
Kitties are always welcome here. Hello, yeah. Max. What do you want to tell us about your mom?
He's just purring away.
Oh, Desiree was telling me that I made a note. Every afternoon after lunch, oh, look at that paw. Every afternoon does he have claws?
Yeah.
Oh, ow.
No, this is just him saying, "Mommy, I want a kiss," and no, I'm not going to.
Anyway, he comes and gets her, and she has to tuck him into bed for his afternoon nap.
Yes. Yes.
I think that tells us an awful lot about you already. I don't know if we need to know anything else about you, because that says a lot about your character right there, that you would do that for a kitty.
Gotta play with him for a second, and then I put him to bed, and then he leaves me alone. Yep.
Well, while he's so comfortable, you want to tell us a little bit about yourself?
So as you can see, I'm a crazy cat lady. This is my child along with my husband. I've been doing paper crafts for, I'm going to say about 10 years now.
Mm-hmm.
And Lindsay, the frugal crafter, and Jennifer McGuire got me into this.
Lovely ladies. They have done so much for the paper crafts.
Absolutely. So if we look back on those videos back then, we would laugh to what we see today of what they create. I just really enjoy this. And my goal is to inspire others, to tell them that they can do this.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody can craft, anybody can grab paper. And I just love teaching.
Mm-hmm.
If I could do this full time, I absolutely would. And it's a business for me, but it's something that I absolutely love. I could do this 24/7. Pulling in a little bit of Zentangle. That's for you, Biddy. You were asking. So we're getting into that. I got certified in that. So I'm a certified instructor. And
maybe we can talk about that.
Love doing
when
my
we're crafting.
I just love it. So
it's very fun.
I'm honored to be here. Thank you so much.
It's so much fun to have you. I'm just so glad. You have your style is vintage. Last week we had Monica, whose style was grunge. We often have a lot of cutesy styles, so this is really fun to have a new little take here and there. It's always kind of pushes us a little bit, and I like it.
Yeah, it's the I'm very much Tim Holtz. It's the best way to describe it. Vintage, grunge, splatter, give it a snow blizzard. I think that adds, bend the paper, tear it, and just see how we can
texture.
I mean, I have texture, the cutesy. I like the cutesy.
Layers, texture.
Yeah, I like the cutesy, but
yeah,
florals. I love florals because I love my colored pencils.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you were saying that colored pencils are your media of choice.
They're my addiction.
It's not very often do you hear that in this age of Copic. I don't know what it is. A lot of Copics. There's just not as much colored pencils. Now there's more. It seems like there has been more of a movement toward Copics with details in colored pencils, which is a smart move, I think. Because
I agree with
you
that.
have more control.
You do. I love colored pencils because of the texture that you get from it as you're coloring your image. Whether you're, and of course, one of my phones is going off in the background.
It's all right.
You
want to get it?
No. No.
I can't talk now. I'm on a craft game show, for Pete's sake.
No, the answering machine.
It's probably one of those construction guys.
It's probably. It's.
She was at work today, and she said, "I gotta go. I'm going to be on a craft game show tonight." And the construction guy she was working with was, "Where do we see this?"
Yes.
Said, no.
Yeah. No, I did not tell them. We don't need them.
No, it's a secret.
But the texture that you can get with colored pencils, whether you're flicking or blending, you're not going to get that with a Copic marker. I mean, beautiful work. I love watching it. And yes, it's a lot quicker. But colored pencils, it's usually double the time that it takes for that. But I just love the feeling of that.
Do you do watercolor pencils ever? Do you like that?
Yes.
Okay.
If it's a pencil, yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I hear you. And when you were doing a Zentangle, I noticed You had like a tortilla, a little paper stump. You use those too. I'm an old graphic or an old graphic pencil person myself. With
That
the
is
little
just the magic
smudgies.
of
It
the
is.
Zen tackle. It just pulls it. It just makes it come to life. It's really cool.
It is. It's very, very fun. Well, I know you're just dying to get to that purse card that you're anticipating. I'm so glad you're here. This is going to be a great night. And we are going to look at all the submissions. We had just under 130 sent-ins, which is remarkable. So proud of you guys, because I thought when we did do the spins last week, we were kind of like, lights, what? Ooh. Pop-up. Ooh, what? But you weren't fooled, not once. But you were going to ask me a question first. Do you remember what you were going to ask?
I do. I think I know a little bit, but can you tell me what is craft roulette?
We can tell you. We'll be right back. Thank you.
What is Craft Roulette? Craft Roulette is a live paper crafts challenge show where the goal is to complete a project that has been randomly selected by the spin of a wheel. There are 4 categories we spin for: project, colors, element, and random. Each category has 24 possible options with a combined possibility of 331,776 unique projects. Whoa. We're live every Friday at 6:30 p.m. Central on youtube.com/craftroulette. Please like and subscribe. Each week we bring on a special guest crafter to create along with us and share their unique take on the challenge. You can play too. Complete a unique project of your own using the same 4 parameters set in this episode. You'll have 48 hours to contribute by submitting pictures of your project through the submission form on craftroulette.live. Contributions are featured on marygunfun.com's weekly episode blog and the next episode. Let's recap last week's episode and submissions.
Whoa, I'm back. I love your woes. They're so beautiful. You guys are even creative with your woes now. I mean, there's all these hearts and eyes being big, and I got a picture of Max. I'll send it, or I'll put it on the Facebook group tonight after the show. He's big. He's like 19 pounds. Anyway, so episode 116, where we had Monica Taylor, and it was really, really fun. This is where all the cards were from. And look at you guys. You're steady. You know, you're just absolutely steady. There's Chris down in Ecuador. Then there is one that looks like it's in Venezuela, but it was actually a California submission. So we don't have anybody there. They just got the place wrong. That's okay. It makes us look like we're like in the Caribbean somewhere. But we're not. Not today. Renee's not here. But thank you so much. Wave to your pen. Look at you guys everywhere. Let's start looking at something cute. Oh, 127 total contributions now we're up to 7,430 cards altogether. That's a bunch of cards. Even if we only send out half of them, that's still a lot. There is my card. Look at that little old card. And it's got, where's my push button? There it is. And it's got a little light in it too. I'm telling you, these things are so fun. I didn't have any idea. I thought they were scary, but they're not. They're super easy and super fun. I think there's probably a link down in the description where you can order those, and then Amanda will know that you were from Craft Roulette. It would be great. Oh, so mine got real weird. It got thinking of you, and then I added My Fair Lady, and then we put Freddie and Eliza inside. So anyway, it got a little bit weird. I think the pop-up was a surprise. Neutrals +1. There's a little grumbling about not having enough colors. But, you know, we have our Craft Roulette neutrals, which are browns, blacks, grays, tans, creams, metallics, and whites. But that's a lot right there. And then you got your neutrals, and it turns out just fine. I think you're going to enjoy all the different ways, the choices of the +1. The pop-ups, you did all sorts of things. There's a lot of just foam pop-ups. So there's an element that's been elevated off the top. Lights all over the place. There's even a Bud Light or something like that. There's a beer. It's a light beer. It was out. It got me. I had to laugh out loud. Outside the line, I thought was really fun. Really enjoyed seeing how you worked that little parameter into your cards. If you're new to Craft Roulette, you have to use all 4 parameters to send in a card. These cards, all the people that you will be seeing here in this little part of the show will be later shown on our cardboard, and somebody will be winning some prizes. So if you sent in your card, make sure you stick around so you can see if you won. Anyway, that one was mine, and there I am. This is Monica's. Look there. She didn't get stumped at all. I thought she was a little nervous, but that's okay. It's good. It's good for us to be a little nervous. I think it keeps us on our toes. But there's her little grunge look. Isn't that something? She did a really cool job. Her outside the line was the yellow around the light bulbs. Very smart. We're very glad that you were here. Okay, a second. I'm going to say your first name. This is on a timer. All 125 of you. Here we go. You can see them on the map, too. Deanna. Mary. Linda. Kim. Michelle. Luann. 62, wow. Kate. You're first, welcome. Lisa. Karen. One-handed Karen. Debbie. Arlene. Cordelia. Hers lit up. Those hearts all lit up. Grandma Gay. Jackie, leading lady. Bonnie, 72 consecutive. Very clever. Steph. 5K Lamone, leading lady. Vicky. Rebecca. Tracy. So pretty. Deputy Heidi. Carol. There it is. Anne. Ellen. Lisa. They're pretty. Bonnie. Vanessa. Anaya. Look at all those different styles. You guys are clever. Mary. And she has a process video. Janet. Sylvia. Crystal. This one, it has so much more. Janice. Vicky. Adorable. Jean. Boomer liked that one. Kay. There's that beer. Sue. Wanda. Arlene DeTizio. Mary Ellen. Rose. Smurf. Aren't these fantastic? Barbara. Kim. One of those. Jen. Chris. Susan. Brenda. Tanya. Halloween. Makira. Mary. Card Monkey. Look at that. Donna Lee. Feline. Kim. Anne. Lynn. Good use of color. Melody. Vicky. Patty Beck with her 111th. Elaine. Sherry. Karen F. Margaret. Pretty. Marion. Anna. I like you a whole lot. Karen. There's some grungy stuff. Laura. Tammy. Terry. Leslie. Lynn. Not too many campfires. That was fun. Pam. That was cool. Cindy. There's a light. Rainy. Oh, that's kind of fun. Christina. Cecilia. Roseanne. Celicia. April. Kathy, the leading lady. Teresa. Katie. Anna. Ava. Lightsaber. Amanda. And it did light up. Leslie. Wendy. Bridget. Gina. Quite a pop-up. Debbie. Very pretty. Agnes. Sweet. Elise. A junior crafter. Margaret. Deanna. 50. Congratulations. Mary. Anna. Light as a feather. Lynn. Melanie. Susie. Amy. Peg. Norma. We're glad to have you, Norma. Marie. Camille. Chris. Jeff. Cindy. Berta. Very fun. Emma, one of our junior crafters. Marie. She hand stamped all those diagonal ones. Regina. Cindy. Melissa. Catherine. Lisa. Rosie B. Brenda. Carmen. Lisa. Andy. Kendra. And Max. Oh, I thought we were almost done. Max Sire. He has a process video. It's very good. Lauren, who also has a process video and will be here next week. So, what are you thinking there? How many different kinds of takes were there? And how many different kinds of styles were there? And layers. There were some really fancy things. And holidays. We had fall holidays and winter holidays and summer. Lots of light bulbs, lighthouses, candles. It was all there. I don't think you left any out. Sometimes I try to think of something that maybe you left something out, but I don't think you did this time. There were verses that had light, something to do with light. And light as a feather, you've got that. So, it's that time. You just do it. Just kiss that brain because you just do an amazing job week after week after week. But if you were watching for the first time and you go, oh, I could never send in a card. Yeah, you can. Just do it. We're all, because we have never seen what you have to do, what you have in your hopefully well-kissed nog. So don't be afraid or intimidated. We have lots of room at our cardboard, and we would love to see what your take on the parameters are. Okay. Is there anything else? Should we bring her back? She's ready. I think she's ready. Yeah. I saw you. You were just watching and watching.
Oh, they were all beautiful.
They are so just remarkable. I forget when I look at them all week long, and still I'm just like, when I see them all at once, one after another, it always takes me back a little bit and surprises me. Because we also, in our Facebook group, we comment on a lot of them all week long. And if I didn't get yours commented, please let me know. I try to say something about each one of them, but I sometimes miss. So it's not because I didn't like it. It's just because I miss. But it's wonderful, and it's just very heartwarming. But really great job. I wanted to say one thing. I did. Mary Moisen, who does a lot of process videos of her cards, she said she was a procrastinator, and so I said, well, she did a good job for being a procrastinator because she gets the videos in right away. And she says, well, the procrastinator greatly appreciates your inspiration and motivation. I watch a lot of crafty videos, and nothing lit a fire under me like Craft Roulette. So thank you, Mary Moisen, for that. We love lighting fires under people. And this one, we kind of literally did it with some of those cards, with campfires and whatnot. So it was fun. Which way do you think you would have taken lights?
Probably very close. It's easy to say that and answer that now because you have time to think about it.
Right.
So it's a tough question because I love the one where, I don't know who it was, but they put 2 tea lights in it. They had the card sitting on top. I think it was a Halloween card. So yeah, to have a home decor piece, to have that light up. I probably would have gone that route because I like to do things that are more difficult and more time consuming.
Except tonight. We're going to tax you on that one.
That is still going to be there. So I hope everybody's got a comfy chair because we could be here forever. I'm just saying. But yeah, I mean, I probably, even though I'm into the vintage and the grunge myself and florals, I probably wouldn't have even looked at that because all the stamps that Monica used, yes, I have those. So yeah, it's tough, but I loved all the interpretations. I thought they were awesome.
I know, they really are good. It's just an amazing little journey each and every week. Well, let's see. It's time to see what Mr. Wheel is going to bring to us tonight.
Okay.
Oh, how's that stomach? Did it just do somersault? Just a little bit.
I took my notes.
Do you need to go get a Tums?
No, I'm good.
Okay, good. I thought she was going to pull out a big bottle of Tums.
We just don't know what's in here. This is lots of water.
Alka-Seltzer. There are our 4 parameters: project, colors, element, and random. And there's 24 in each and every one of them. That's right, Russ. Trust the wheel. I think that's going to be the next Star Wars. Trust the wheel, Luke. Anyway, those are the parameters we're going to get to choose from. We are going to let our patrons veto some of those every week. A veto just means that the wheel cannot dictate it to us. For instance, if we get a veto of fancy fold, which we did not, the wheel could not make us do a fancy fold, but you could do a fancy fold if it still fit within the parameters that we do get. Our patrons decided this week yellow and red for color. No Chiefs colors around here. No Chief love. I won't tell Patrick. For element, they don't want parents. Number 3.
Yeah.
School's out. No parents. Come on. Random. They said floating. What the heck is floating? We don't want floating. So those are the parameters that the patrons vetoed. Now, this is the time, Miss Desiree. What do you say? Is she going to veto something? No.
Oh, okay.
You think we're due for a doozy, Ellen? We can handle it.
I don't like June in the element.
No June. Okay. Let's get rid of June. I thought for sure you were going to not do a veto. I was guessing that you were not, but that's fine.
Yeah, probably if June wasn't in there, I mean, yeah, no, we get rid of June.
It is as you wish. It is done. Before we go on any farther, Team Purple, Team Orange, there is a write-up on our website to describe what that's all about. I think everybody has the same idea. It has something to do with your hair. I don't see any orange in your hair. So can we pretty much say that you are...
Yeah, I'm Team Purple.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Team Purple all the way.
Yeah. I think
I forgot to ask Monica last week.
Yeah,
so.
my pen. Yeah.
Your hair.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was. Yeah. I went. It was not hard. There's not even any. Well, I see orange paper, but anyway, that's fine. Well, that's good. We like a good strong Team Purple in the room with us. Let's give this guy a warm-up spin. We put some googly eyes on him today, but we got dizzy when we went spinning. I went, no, we can't do that one. What project are we going to make? Yeah, look at you guys with your Team Purple love. You guessed it too, didn't you? Number 5, card with ribbon. Okie dokie. Colors? Will we get purple? Or something that works with purple? Neutral background +2. Okay, all right. Neutrals, the Craft Roulette neutrals again are black, brown, gray, tan, craft, white, cream, metallics. That's a whole lot, guys. And element. Yeah, and Anna, you've got purple in your hair too. Oh, it's more 17 than 16. Wada. Wada, wada, wada. Okay, and random. Wonder what I had in mind with water. Number 5. Oh, it's vetoed. Once again, we'll try. '23 ink edging, so that's not. That's kind of your. I'm thinking the one that made you happiest is the last one. Were you kind of biting your nails on the other 3?
Gonna grab my vintage photo. We're gonna be good because it's brown and it's neutral.
be fine. You are. Well, let's talk about all these things. So that when we do go get our things and people start to get their act together and what cards they're going to make, they'll have some ideas. Card with ribbon. Do you have card with ribbon. Do you have any kind of idea? Do you want to go classic or do you want to go innovative? Do you want to fit it in with some kind of just on a tag? Remember, if you can justify how you use ribbon, card with ribbon, we accept it.
This is true. So let's define ribbon.
All right.
So,
yes, absolutely.
So are we defining ribbon as a piece of organza or satin, or could it be a cluster of twine?
Dun, 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 dun.
What are the police telling me?
Why would you say that? Why would you say cluster of twine?
So,
I mean, the other ones were obvious. Could you make that as an abstraction of ribbon?
Yeah, I think so. If I took a piece of satin and shredded it, it would look like that. So we can go with that. Anybody go say no to that? Let me say no. Okay.
The second definition of ribbon is a long, narrow strip.
Okay, Mr. Producer just looked up the definition of ribbon. The second definition is a long, narrow strip. Well, twine is very narrow. And
So
it's kind of a strip of fiber.
Mr. Producer's getting on my Christmas list.
He likes beer.
Got you covered.
So it doesn't have to be material. Is that right, Mr. Producer?
No, just a long, narrow
Just
strip.
a long, narrow strip. So it could also be paper. It could be mylar from a ribbon. It could be
I get why she said
tied ribbon. Yeah, it doesn't have to be tied.
Yeah, it could just
It just says a card with ribbon. It doesn't have to be tied either. It just has to have. How do you use ribbon? Usually a ribbon die cut. There you go, Roberta. A ribbon stamp. There you go. There they go. Their little well-kissed brains are doing it. A present. There you go, Camille. You could definitely do that. Washi tape. Would that be a long strip? A long strip? Maybe. Yeah. Cardstock strips would work, Melissa. Yep. Well, that's going to be wide open. That's not going to be a problem. Okay. So don't worry about that one. We're just bring in some long, narrow strip on your card and tell us in the description when you're sending it in how you, if you think we won't understand it, just tell us so we don't go, what? What is going on there? Colors were a little bit more restrictive on. Neutral backgrounds have to be the Craft Roulette neutrals. And then +2. What are your two favorites? It can't be +1. Can't be +3. It needs to be +2. Now, since we have 2, you could blend them and get 3. And you can do different shades of one color. So if you have red, you can have pinks and reds and burgundies and all that. So just on a color wheel, you can have different shades. So you don't have to go with like, okay, I'm going to go cherry red and then all cherry red. Not that. Yep, water splatters I think is going to be good, but we're going to get there. So what are you thinking? She's thinking hard.
Blue and purple.
Blue and purple. Why are we not surprised on that? She's already got a card design. How about water? What are you doing? Because I could see the steam coming out of your ears. And I could hear the gears a grinding in there. You got a really good microphone. I can hear inside your head. Water. What do you guys think about water? I saw some like splashing aquarium. Her eyes, Betty says your eyes sparkled. That's neat.
I think, yes, pencil blending. So I think the water is actually going to be my background.
Okay.
So, yeah, that's all I'm going to say.
It doesn't have to be literal. It can be water splashes.
Again, because this is craft roulette, water doesn't have to be literal, nor does it have to be the main event. It can be background, foreground, a secondary thought, just a splash here or there, or something used in a technique. Watercolor, all fair. Watercolor pencils, all fair.
Yep.
Splashing on water reactive ink, we're in for it.
Brian says
So
water in the word water.
the word, right, Brian, the word, using the water in the word in the sentiment, water, like water me down. I don't know what you would say in a sentiment with water, but a glass of water, water drops, fish bowl, ice, sure. Drink of water, watering can. That's a good one. The inking garden spot. I like that one. I know I have one. Igloo. Why not? Yeah. Okay, steam. That's a water vapor. Water in any of its natural forms can be accepted. And okay, you got it. Yeah, water me down, it's hot. That's right. Steam heat. That's right. Okay, water. You guys are door is wide open. We'll have some fun in the gallery. Ink edging. Why did you love that so much?
Because that's all I do with my vintage photo. There's very few videos where I don't pull in my vintage photo and ink around the edges of my items.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that'll be good.
One of those things that will be with me always, and then beyond.
It does. It almost looks naked when you're not used to it, doesn't it? Or when you've done it for a long time and you keep. Oh, I know. There's something that needs to be on this card. What is it? It's just a little ink on the edge. I'm going to try not to. Oh, I got to. Have you ever tried not to?
I've been recently. I haven't used it in a few of my videos, but as we continue through the summer, when we start getting closer to the fall and I start making, it comes back.
Yeah, the texture thing. Yeah. It just calls to
it. It just, I mean, I'm always using it in my journals, my junk journals that I make. So yeah, absolutely.
Well, good. Are you excited?
I am. I think it's going to be extremely different with what's in my head, but yeah.
Did you have a preconceived idea on what you thought you would get?
No. I was hoping that you were going to say instead of water, flip over to 16 and butterfly, but no, you went to the water, but that's okay.
But you could use butterfly with the water.
I could.
Yeah.
I could, but I have another idea.
Absolutely. Okay. All right. Well, how are you guys doing? I think it sounds like you guys have tons of ideas. So I expect a huge gallery this week. We're going to go get our things. Ready? Okay. Let's do it. Good luck.
Thanks.
Do you find crafting hard? Are you stuck on one of those pesky parameters? Do you feel like the wheel is watching you while you craft? We have the solution for you. Hi, I'm Mary Gunfun. While I'm busy gathering my supplies, I just wanted to tell you about my other YouTube channel, youtube.com/FUNNuniversity. We break down the parameters and talk about them at a more in-depth level. We also pick one tricky one to concentrate on and do a deep dive into it. But that's not all. We do our mail call every week on the channel as well. So if you wanted to send me a card or a package, send it to this address and I'll share it on the show. We're live almost every Tuesday night on youtube.com/FUNNuniversity. We also do some celebration there because we will review our last week's achievement board. That's youtube.com/FUNN University. No easy or complicated payments. No COD. Just show up and have fun. If you have too much fun, please call a friend immediately and invite them over to have fun with you. Normal postage and handling rates do apply. This ad was not paid for by anybody. We hope Mary is ready because I can't stretch this out any longer. Now back to the show. And there we are. What do you think of that? Wasn't that fun? We had a lot of fun making that. Yes, it's my first infomercial. It's like my dream has come true. I've been in an infomercial. I think I may have a future. I don't know. Maybe Craft Roulette was just my gateway drug. Yes, it was fun. Anyway, it was like vacation for me to get my stuff. So that was exciting. Thank you. I'm glad you liked it. All right, I'm going to talk about my card because I don't want to forget what I'm doing. Let me pull this over. Here we go. And I think Desiree's almost ready, too. No, she's not. She just told me, no, she's not. Now she's laughing. Okay. This is, I was thinking one thing. I'm going to try one. I have something else I want to try. I do have it. And I think because I don't want to do that one. I love that one, but I don't want to do that one. I'm going to do this one. A watering can. Someone said watering can. I think it's a good idea. Okay, so here we go. This is an old guy, and I haven't used him in a long time. So it's a beautiful watering can. This is a couple things I'm thinking. A watering can that I can stamp in gray because it's a metal watering can. I don't like these guys. I'll probably cut them off. And then, no, I won't either. I take that back right now. I didn't mean it. Don't hold me to it. And then I'll get some colored pencils out and work with those because, like Desiree said, we're gonna be here all night. So I better find a project that's gonna take a while. So that's what we're going to do. I think it's going to be fine. All right. I like this stamp. I always did think it was kind of pretty. I don't want to use that. Yes, Fun University, where we kiss our brains when you need a midweek brain kiss. Oh, okay. Well, thank you, Teresa, for stopping by, and we hope to see you maybe tomorrow. All righty. Let's see how this does. This is my problem right here. I'm no good at this. But always do it again. Water everywhere, but not a drop to drink. Yes, it lets me go get my stuff. I felt like I was on a cruise ship. There we go. That's not too bad. And then some ribbon. I'm going to go pretty classic here. My colors, since I have flowers, some greens. Yep, I'm going to leave that imperfect. I'm hearing she may be ready.
Bringing you back.
Bringing her back now, boss.
Yeah.
Looking good. All right, and we are back with Desiree. Tell us what you came up with, ma'am.
Okay. So there's a tag.
Mm-hmm. That's
There's
a
my
start.
vintage photo. There. Yep. There's a start.
Yep.
So I got my vintage photo because that's going to go around the tag.
Uh-huh.
My sentiment is going to be miss you.
Okay.
And I'm pulling in these two shades of purple and blue.
Oh, those are pretty.
I'm addicted to that. Now, you said cream was a neutral, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So could that be antique linen?
I think so.
Okay,
Do you
guys, what
think
do you
it
think?
is?
Is that
I
cream?
think it's kind of, yeah. Kind of a yellowy cream, but pretty creamy.
Okay, Grandma Gay made me laugh that she's glad I came back. Of course I would come back. Just saying.
Only
Okay.
Bitty Penny gave us that scare one time.
Oh, my.
But she came back
I'm
too.
going to pull in black soot.
All right.
So I want to work
Melissa
on my
says it
background.
is. It's a definite neutral in her world.
Okay, then we're going to go with it. All right.
Yeah.
So let's do the background first. Okay.
All right. So, what's your estimated time of completion? I don't want to press you, but I'm a little bit scared now that you said that it takes forever.
Oh no.
Are we taking like 5 hours here? But no, it's fine. We're fine. You're good. You're good. Did you hear me say I'm going to bring out the colored pencils in honor of you?
That was, yes, I did.
Yeah.
Now see, if I did colored pencils, that would have just taken forever. So yeah. No, this shouldn't take
you're
long.
good. I don't think you're. I mean, you work today. This is look at that already. It's just kind of cute. We're good. Okay. Now, Deputy Heidi, make sure I don't use too many colors. I got a lot of colors right here. And I don't want to use too many. Oops, that's another day. All right. Do you have your mind? I think you already have a vision in your mind. Do you?
I do. I don't know if it's going to come across well, but here's hoping.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I bet you'll be fine. So you make me wonder, how long do you think you usually spend on a card? You know, your process videos are fast. So it's really hard to tell.
What is that mark on my paper? We'll go with it. I have ranged from the quickest card. We'll start there. So the quickest card I made literally took me 3 minutes.
Oh my.
And I filmed
Beat
that.
carding. Oh wow.
Yes.
What was the premise of that card that was so fast?
Well, I was laughing hysterically because I literally started out by saying in the video, okay, guys, this is going to be the fastest card you're ever going to see me make. So it was during one of my Christmas series. I forget which year. And the sentiment was Jingle All the Way.
Okay.
And I just stamped that on a white card and I added a bell.
Bravo.
So, yeah. Just, it really just kind of worked out with what it was doing. And I really enjoyed it.
So did you go into mass production on that particular card, or was it one of those kind of things?
Well, here's what's funny. So somebody that I work with saw the card, and they had contacted me and asked if I would make 150 of them.
Oh, wow.
So talk about mass production.
Yeah, that's a bunch. Good thing you didn't have a more complicated one and they wanted that many.
Well, no, they
That's a neat
liked
thing that, yeah.
the
You do
simplicity
sell,
of it.
yeah. You do sell cards on your Etsy shop.
I do. Yeah, there's some of the cards that I do complete on my channel. I do put them up onto my channel. Now, there was one card that I worked on that took close to 4 hours.
Oh, my.
4 to 5 hours.
Uh-huh.
And that was just because of all of the detail.
Yeah. Well, that doesn't go for $1 now, does it?
No.
Mm-mm.
No.
No, that's a little art piece. There is in a small town, a small town south of here. We're in Kansas City, called Paola, and they have an annual miniature art show. And I can't remember what the parameters of the sizes are, but they're so interesting because they're all just little. And so they have all these just boards, partitions covered with them. And it takes quite a while to go through it. They have a lot of submissions. But some of them are little oils and little landscapes and abstracts, and they're like little cards all over the place.
I just love the size that you can put everything into.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be. I like a larger size card because it's more real estate.
Right.
It's more real estate that adds onto that.
Peg, this is a mix. I have, but mostly they're watercolor pencils, and this one happens to be a Statler. I had to look at it because I had no idea. But these are mostly watercolor pencils in this little stash. But thank you for asking. I'm not going to watercolor with them, I don't think. So, but it is just a mishmash. So I don't know what this one is. Art Advantage. I don't know where it came from. But do you have a favorite brand then, Desiree, on your pencils? Are you Prisma girl?
Yes. Mm-hmm. I am Prismacolor.
Mm-hmm.
They're my go-to. That's how I like to. That's how I like to state that. But I love all pencils, all colored pencils, all watercolor pencils. I just think that there's so much that you can do with them.
Mm-hmm. I know. You don't get the same graphic look that you do with a Copic. It's much more textured. I mean, with a Copic you get a real smooth graphic look, but these you definitely get a sense of texture. And the point on a pencil is so much smaller than a Copic. I did something on that. I don't know when I did it, but I did do something on that not too long ago. And it was really apparent, the difference. Okay, so there's flowers. I think we better go with, I don't want purple. But I should do purple for you, right? Should I do purple for you, Desiree?
If you would like to do purple, you do purple.
I want to honor you. I'm going to. I'll do some purple. I did do some petunias this morning for my when I was drinking coffee and sketching. It was having some sketchbook time, and I did a purple petunia. It was cute.
That sounds pretty.
Yeah. It wasn't the best, but it was not a bad way to start the day. This was probably not the right paper either. It's kind of slickery. That's really pretty. I'm gonna look. I'm gonna have to watch the show to see how you did that.
Lots of water.
Yay for water. I didn't use a watercolor ink, so I've got to be I'm real tempted to get the water brush out, but I think it would be a sad moment afterwards. I do have some great questions for you. Would you be comfortable with some of those now?
Oh, yeah, you can ask me anything.
Well, now that you say that, I'm going to have to think. But, okay. Melissa Miller, these are patron questions. Melissa Miller asks, I love the name of your blog and YouTube channel. Include a thank you, which I do too. It's lovely. Is there a story behind the name?
Yes, there actually is. So there was another shop that I had back in the day that I was closing down, and
Your
that
quilting
shop, yes,
yeah.
So I used to have another shop, and it was called Made at Home Quilts, and my husband came up with that name for that shop. So when I knew that I was going to switch over to paper, well, I didn't switch over right away, kind of killed myself and did both. We were just talking, and we were talking about paper. He was trying to say, okay, what is this all about here? What are you trying to do? So I told him, and he goes, okay. As the conversation went, and I forget what the phrase was that I had said as we were talking, and he looked at me and he goes, oh, so you're always including a thank you.
And
I just looked at him and I said, you now named my second shop.
Oh.
And that's how that all came about.
It's a great name. And it's a great sentiment for all of us to remember. A good adage. So I'm glad you came up with it. Mr. Kuemmerle.
Absolutely. He does a great job when it comes to that. Although, again, we just don't let him in my room. So, yeah.
He's golfing right now, so everything's safe.
No, he got home. No, he's home.
He did. Okay. Uh-oh. Oh, dear. Does he know where you are?
Yes, he does. He's keeping the cat busy.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Max the furbot.
Yes, he is keeping our cat busy. And I forgot something.
You were telling me about how Max sleeps at night.
Oh, yes. Again, guys, I told you this was going to be entertaining. Okay. So my cat is just awesome. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I want you to picture yourselves, you're laying in bed. And when you lay in bed, you take your head and you put it on a pillow and you cover yourself up with the blankets and you're all snuggly and cuddling there. And okay, I don't need to cut that. That's taped. So I'm doing that. My husband, of course, is next to me. He's doing the same thing. His head's on the pillow. He's covered up. And then when I go to turn in to the center of the bed, I get this little tiny paw that goes on my nose because the cat is in between us, head on a pillow under the covers. So I'm trying to find a way to take a picture of this because this just cracks me up.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's what he does. So
have you ever gotten a good picture of it?
No,
No,
I keep
it'd be
forgetting the
hard.
stage.
Yeah.
The stage when he was a kitten. This is how much awesomeness he has in him. So when he was a kitten, we have a ceiling fan in our bedroom,
Okay.
and he thought it would be really cool to jump from the bed
Oh, gee.
to the pool courts
No.
on the ceiling fan. Yep.
Oh my gosh. Could he reach him?
So he was hanging from it.
No.
I'm telling you. My cat is
Oh,
awesome.
what a character. How
He
did
did.
you get this guy?
My husband picked him out. Yeah, we went to our local there was a local community called Stray Cat Blues
Oh.
that gathers up all these little guys, and then they do gatherings at our local pet shop. Well, they'll
Sure.
bring in all the little guys.
Mm-hmm.
So we were looking around because I had just lost, about 6 months before that, I had just lost my dog,
Right. Your corgi.
my little corgi.
Yeah.
And I knew I did not want another dog because there's not a dog that's going to replace my corgi.
Right.
So we were, my husband's like, let's get a cat. And I looked at him and he goes, we have mice. I'm like, okay.
Oh, so is Max a good mouser?
Yes.
Cool.
He's a little sadistic.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he's
that's
quick.
Kind of a cat thing. They have
He's
to
quick.
be. Mm-hmm.
Yes. And he loves to be proud of what he catches and show me. So, yeah. But ever since we got him, that has all stopped. I think they've all talked amongst themselves and said, okay, let's not go to that house anymore. So we really don't have that problem anymore.
He just took care of them all. He
Pretty much.
He ruined
They are
their...
just,
Yeah.
yeah, they're talking amongst themselves.
Yeah, they said, no, it's not worth it, man. The cheese there is not that good. There's this cat. Yeah. Stay the
they're
heck
pretty
away.
much doing that. Yep. So he chose him. I wanted to choose one that was laying in his litter box.
Oh, yeah.
I thought it was cute.
Those usually don't have a lot of space in those show situations.
Well, he just, for some reason, he wanted to sleep in his litter box. I thought it was cute.
Yeah.
He chose Max because he was laying in a little tiny hammock and he was sleeping. So he goes, okay, that cat's calm. He'll be calm.
Whoops.
Yeah.
Yeah. Little whoops there. That's okay.
Our cat's not calm.
No. He was saving up his energy.
He did.
Yeah.
He did.
He was just saving it up for home.
Yeah, he's having way too much fun.
It sounds like he's very well loved, and that's wonderful.
Absolutely.
We have a lot of cat fans in our group. There are a lot of cat fans.
Well, cats are wonderful because they can take care of themselves.
Oh, thank you, you guys.
All right,
They do take care of themselves quite a bit, and they sleep so darn much.
I'm going to lose.
You don't have to walk them. That's kind of nice.
Oh, yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. Even though I enjoy my daily walks with Boom Boom.
Although I have to say, when it came to our dog, my husband did the walking of the dog.
Uh-huh.
He always took him out.
Yeah. It's good. They do enjoy their walks so much. So much. Okay. Well, I loved hearing all those stories about your kitty. I love cat stories. because I think they're just so much fun. Monica Taylor, who was on the show last week, has a question for you.
Okay.
And by the way, Monica Taylor still has a 25% off digital image sale for our viewers in her Etsy shop. Or not Etsy shop, in her Monica, you can just write the title. I forgot. But Monica's website. And you just have to use the code WHOA, all capitals. Whoa. But her question is, how did you find out about Craft Roulette?
I have to thank Sabrina
Yay,
for that
Sabrina.
from Scrappy Tales.
Mm-hmm.
And she must have had a conversation with our host.
Right.
Exactly.
Yes, she
Because
did.
at some point, I'm not sure what happened, but all at once, I got an email on my Instagram and in my email all at once.
Not everybody gets the one or the other, so I double dip.
You covered all bases.
I do.
When it came to that. And I'll be honest, when I got the contacts, I'm like, oh my goodness, what is this?
It's the ultimate paper crafting card making game show challenge.
Well, this is true, yes. But when you get that, you really don't know. And
no.
Unfortunately, and I'm sure Mary, you get them as well, when you're on the YouTube sphere and all of this stuff, so many people contact you.
Yes.
And sometimes it just makes you go, really? You think my channel would be a good choice for dryer balls? Okay.
I was going to ask you about that later.
Yeah, so throw that one in there. So it's amazing. So
I'm glad you looked at it then.
And that's what I did. So once I got all those, I just started doing a lot of research and just started looking around, and I'm like, okay, this is cool. This is really cool. This is different. And then of course you sit there and you're like, okay, do I want to do this? Could I do this? Is this something that I could do? Oh my goodness, I have to be good. Okay, don't be too crazy there. Could you meet those parameters? Because you don't like rules. So I did a lot of talking to myself. And then I said, sure, absolutely.
I'm glad you and yourself came up with the right answer.
Exactly. We have many conversations.
It's good to, Mr. Producer said, sometimes you have to have a rule so you can break them.
Well, I do that many times. So, yeah.
I'm going to count this
I
as
always
ribbon.
like to break those rules.
This
or stretch.
It's a long strand of something.
It's always good that we can take something and just see how far we can stretch it.
Yes. That's why we wear our stretchy pants here on Craft Roulette. Because we want to stretch our imaginations and our creativity.
Yep. Let's see how far we can go and we can take this. Because paper is a wonderful medium.
It's so versatile.
Well, you can just do anything you want to it.
Yes, you can.
Absolutely.
You can even make it act like ribbon by adding a strip of it.
This is true. Now, why isn't that coming out? Okay.
That's how it was all Sabrina. All Sabrina's doing.
It was, yes.
Yeah.
Then
So are you going to continue to be a friend of Sabrina at this point, you think? Or
I will only leave Sabrina if she throws me off her team. I'm very honored to be part of her team.
Yeah. She's a good kid.
Absolutely. So
very talented.
Yeah. But yeah, I did. I emailed her and I said, thanks. And then I got this cute little giggle. I'm like, okay, she's laughing at me.
That's
So.
cute. That's cute. And that's how we became Craft Roulette, episode 117. Georges Gentry asks, what paper crafting technique, and I think we're learning a little bit about you on this, but what paper crafting technique do you enjoy most often?
Ink smushing.
Ink smushing?
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember the first time you ink smushed?
No.
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 You
Ink
just knew you
smushing's
wanted
always,
to do it more.
it's always been, I love creating backgrounds.
Mm-hmm.
I find that if I get stressed, or if there's something that I'm trying to work through in some way, I could just sit in here, take either my distress inks or the oxides, and just throw it on a craft mat, add some water to it, and just push paper down into it. I could do that for hours.
Oh.
And usually I can solve the problem. I can solve what I'm looking at doing, or work through it, and stuff like that. Yeah.
So it's kind of it just opens up that part of your brain and lets you relax at the same time enough to get your process going.
It's extremely therapeutic for me. It just, I can't explain it. It's just one of those things where I can just shut everything off. It's either that, just to get my mind off of where I don't want it to be. Right.
And that is one of my favorite favorite things about this is where it takes you away much better than most things. Yeah. There was a question about what stamp set you were just using.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Not a problem.
It is by Open Studio, and it is called Birthday Rose Corner.
It's really pretty.
It's a beautiful large stamp. I actually take all of my florals and I set those aside. I usually keep all of my stamps and stuff by company. Okay. I keep all of them together. Why can I not find what I'm looking for? Oh, that's right, because I'm pressed. I found it. Just saying. It is a very pretty floral. My florals come out. And they stay with me. And I keep them in a separate box because those are the ones that I use for my colored pencils when I do the series that I'm just coloring.
Did you take art classes ever to learn about shading and contouring and coloring flowers, or?
The only classes I took were in high school and in junior high, just the classes that we normally take.
Right.
It just so happened that the teacher that I had in high school was very much a color pencil artist.
Okay.
She was absolutely phenomenal, and I just started coloring with them, and she just kept on saying, okay, now do this. Okay, now do this.
Oh, that's nice.
Pull this in. So she just kept on working with me throughout the classes that I was taking. And ever since then, I've always had colored pencils in my hand since I've been about 6 years old.
Do you travel with them?
No.
No.
No. Only because, like, if I'm driving, yes. But I won't put them on a plane.
Oh. So do you also sketch and things? You draw and things like that also, or?
I do. I will draw flowers. A lot of my sketching right now is into the Zentangle.
Right.
When it comes to those.
That's something you can get real spaced into. Just
you can actually, well, and I have, you can actually get lost in it. When I was getting certified, this is purple, just in case you can't see that. That's purple. Okay.
It is. Yeah. Your camera is great. Your camera's doing great, and all that's looking good, by the way.
Oh.
Good. Yeah. Because we had discussions.
We had discussions.
We had discussions.
There was something, I forget what they were teaching. But you started working on this tile, and I literally lost 4 hours of the class because I just kept on going with the tile. Right, I need to do some very loud heat embossing here. Give me 1 second.
You're fine. Oh, it doesn't go out?
No.
Well, that's cool. I can hear it, but I guess it's just me. That's good. That's real sweet. We like stuff like that. Okay, so if I put a little ribbon, there we go. I don't usually do ribbon. Patty back, there's technical tricks going on. It's not a heat. It wasn't at all quiet, but there's a technical trick going on.
It's really loud and obnoxious. I'd love for them to be. Go out. Oh, thank God. Oh. I figure if I used the other one, we would have been here till 11 o'clock at night. Not that, I would not have enjoyed it, but, nobody needs to do that. Oh,
you're doing fine. All right.
There we go.
You, sentiment you, my undoing. Yes, sentiment here. Happiness blooms from within. Do you struggle with sentiments? As far as sometimes they're just not right. They're just a little too corny or something, and I just tend to go very basic thinking of you.
Yep.
I
do. I struggle a lot with them. There's many times where I won't even put a sentiment on the front of the card.
Right. Yeah.
I didn't lose the top of my eye. And I always say the reason why I don't do that is because we put a lot of work on the front of our cards.
Right.
Why cover it up?
I do understand that quite well.
Why? It just... our sentiment's going to be what we write inside the card.
Right. So are you a note writer? Or do you just write something? Yeah. Yeah. I feel like I've not had... It's not worth much if I don't write something a lot. As in a lot. So...
I think because of all of us here in the paper crafting world, we are honestly the reason as to why it is the concept of snail mail is staying intact.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. We're a big part of it.
Yeah, I just don't think it should be something that we lose.
I hope not, yeah.
Kids today, for the most part, I love it when I see children making cards and getting back into the arts and everything else, because it's just it's just being lost.
We can't have that.
No, we cannot.
No.
All right.
How are we doing? So now what are you doing, girl, with that some kind of paper voodoo there? What are you doing?
Makes you wonder, doesn't it?
Yeah, it sure does.
Well, I'm going to make people cringe right now.
There she blows. You're doing it by shape, okay. Oh. Pretty sweet. Well, that's a sweet little trick.
I'm actually coming down to the wire.
What do you mean?
I'm getting close here.
Oh, are you?
I'm coming
okay.
around the bend.
Okay.
I think.
Oh my gosh, I'm so amazed.
Oh, don't get too excited. Could be off.
How do you know when you're done? Because you make fairly complicated cards. I mean, if you can spend 4 hours on a card, how do you know when you're done?
I'll stop. It's
Because it's dinner time?
No, it's just something that I'll know when I get down to that end.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll be like, okay. When I'm starting to put splatters on a card, yeah, I'm coming down. I'm coming down to that end. I'm coming down to that ending mark. Or if I sit back and I don't have much more movement with what I'm doing. For me, I just keep going. And I get that question, how do you, a lot of times I got that question, how do you know what you're going to do? How do you know what you want it to look like? And I don't plan my cards out.
Yeah.
When I do them, I get an idea in my head, and then I just go with it.
Okay.
And it actually comes across. Oh, I think I need a new white ink pad. Oh, that's gonna suck. Okay.
Oh no.
Yeah, we're good. We're good. Because we will just do this. Usually I'll see a die. And I'll say, okay, I want to make it do this. And then I just turn the camera on.
Oh, okay.
And I keep my fingers crossed that it will hold. And it will work. There's many times where, and I did it recently, where there's 2 videos that came out of a project because I was going into a different way. And I figured, okay, let's just show both of them. Let's show both ways that I did this.
Oh, that's good. Pardon me? One more. I have one more question. And it is the thoughtful question of the day from our very own Grandma Gay. And it is. And I think you've kind of touched on this a little bit, but paper crafting can be stressful at times.
Yes.
And therapeutic at other times. Which is more common in your life?
Therapeutic.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely therapeutic.
Mm-hmm. You'd have to be kind of a sadist to have it be stressful.
Well,
for your hobby, that's why people golf.
Well, Well,
You golf? I don't golf.
no,
I can't even hit a
no.
ball, so it would be
I
totally stressful for me.
I do not golf.
Yeah.
However, what I have done recently
Uh-oh.
is help my husband with golf. He loves playing,
Uh-huh.
but he was a baseball player.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Absolutely. It's a different swing, so I helped him through that. So yes, I can tell you all about position 6, 7, and 8, and as your hand should be. And I don't golf a lick. But what we do, where it can get stressful, honestly, and I know, and I just got to say this real quick, Sabrina, don't. That's all I'm going to say, and she knows who I'm talking about. So we as creators, we get the opportunity to work with companies, wonderful companies. I honestly believe that if it wasn't for all of these companies that we get the opportunity to work with, we wouldn't be able to do what we can do.
Right.
And I'm a firm believer in, pay it forward and do what you can to enjoy this, but yet support those that make it possible. Sometimes when you're on your design team, depending upon how it's set up, you get these, you get your product and you go blank. You can actually go blank. That's where it would get stressful for me.
Gotcha.
Because I am a huge procrastinator.
Uh-oh.
Many times I procrastinate.
Does it kind of wear on you when you're putting it off, waiting for something, your muse to strike?
I have to walk away.
I
have to walk away. And sometimes as we get caught up into all of these things, you will burn out. And that happened to me recently.
Oh.
And you have to just break away from it. And I did for about a month.
Oh, wow.
And just to regroup and say, okay, this is what I want to do. This is what I'm looking at. And this is what I want this to look like. And you make your changes as you do that. So that's, I went through that where crafting was stressful. It just got there where, you burn yourself out. Why can't I find my brush? There's my brush.
By the way, Mr. Producer said he wanted me to point out he really likes how you use the neutral background on your tag instead of using it just like I did on the background of the card itself. So that was clever. So there.
Thank you.
Yes, you bet. Yeah. So which what white? Let's see. She's got. Yeah.
She has the card thing.
She's got the card, and then. Yeah, she's doing great. Those are some pretty splatters.
Yeah, I didn't bring in the snowstorm. I kept it calm.
I have to go off camera to do my splatters. I've been grounded.
Why?
Because I get it on the camera. I'm very, very outgoing.
Oh. Okay, that's funny. There it is.
Yeah, I can't have, and then it's at a hard angle to clean. So all these things make sense, and I've got my little splatter box. I've adjusted. It's fine, and it's better. It's better. I also have 3 monitors, and I get it all over the monitors too. So
I have everything in front of me has some type of a splatter thing going on it. It's, yeah. I didn't
yeah.
want to pull in the, the splatter box. I'm like, okay, you know what? It will just take up the whole thing here. So we're just going to go with what we've got. Yes.
Well, you needed something to do on Saturday, right?
Absolutely.
Since you don't walk your cat. Do you not walk your cat?
No, he does not like to go. We have a sunroom. It's a 3-season room in the back of our house. And he will only go there. Like if we ever open up the back door, he runs the opposite way.
Oh, okay.
It's kind of cute.
Yeah. So he doesn't want to go out into the really big room.
No. He doesn't want to see the real world.
Kerwin spent the night outside last night, as a matter of fact, our cat. But he's a little stinker.
Yeah, no, he is definitely not an outside cat. I think if he did get outside, he would absolutely run through the window to get back into the house. Yeah. There would be no.
No. How old was he when you got him? Estimated?
Weeks. He was like...
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, he was tiny. Tiny. Awesomely tiny.
Oh. Well, he sure ended up in a good place.
Yeah, he hated the
pillow.
The collar that I put on him.
Our cat's gotten rid of so many collars.
Well, he was so tiny. Believe it or not,
yes.
he was honestly and absolutely extremely tiny.
Well, sure.
So, and we have lots of nooks and crannies in this house down in our basement. I just didn't want him to get lost somewhere. So I was always putting this collar on him that had a bell on it. And he did not like that at all.
No, that's yeah.
So he ate a bell. He ate a bell and then
he ate it?
Yeah. Well, not swallowed it, but he chewed it and bent it and all of that fun stuff.
Big goofball. You've had lots of adventures with that little guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's coming up for you craft-wise? Anything exciting?
There is... I'm involved in another summit coming up.
Okay.
I was in one in February and then last year in July. So I'm in the next one for July. So that's coming out. So everybody stay tuned. It's an awesome free event. And it's going to have that Christmas theme.
Yeah.
I am actually developing a couple. I'm almost finished my one teachable class for the introduction to Zentangle. So that's about to come out. And I'm actually working with another company. I can't say the name of the company yet.
I understand.
With something that he created. And I've kind of turned it into something else. So we are working together. When I do these videos, I know, very cryptic, and you're all the comments are just going I know, very cryptic. But there's going to be a 3-video series for this, and then there's going to be an awesome thing available if others are interested. So figure that one out, guys. Okay. Yeah.
I think it has something to do with dryer balls.
Oh my God. I love it. I love it when they say, we think your videos would be great for this. I'm like, okay. I'm like, when did I do my wash in a video?
Yeah.
Maybe it was
We
a
wanna
card
know.
with a laundromat on it. I don't know.
Probably that one. And you had something, yes. Wash your cares away.
It's amazing. I mean, just some of the things that have come across and I'm like, okay. You all didn't even look at my channel.
No.
So
How do you have a lot of men admirers on Instagram? We were laughing about that before the show. Mr. Producer and I was saying, yes, this man named Larry Frank, Larry_Frank_8910 is a neurosurgeon Marine, divorcee with one child, loves God kind of thing. It's like, yeah, you're not real. You crazy guy.
Not.
I'm going to say goodbye now.
Yeah, there was a string. I actually had, what they believed were very good looking men.
Right.
But then, so that lasted about, I think that lasted for me for about 3 months.
Oh,
but then I got really concerned. Not concerned, but then I also got the most voluptuous women.
Oh dear.
To speak with me. Oh. So, yeah, wasn't, yeah.
I've gotten a few of them, but not too many.
I was waiting for, the cute kids and then the cute puppies and kittens to come in next, but I never got those.
You got Larry Frank _1098. You want to hold up your card? Oh, look at all your ribbon. Go ahead and hold up your card so we can look at it and make sure we know how we hit these parameters. I got a card with a ribbon. I've got some string and a little twine. I may and some strips of paper for ribbons of paper. A neutral background is gray because I love gray. And 2 colors, green and purple. Thank you. Nod to Desiree. Water is a watering can. And ink edging I did all along both of the tag and the background. That's how I got it done. What'd you do?
So I used my 2 colors, my purple and my blue, and then I added in a cream in the background. So looked at that as ocean type-ish, but a calming type thing. So that's why I ripped it in half, and then I put the white here.
Like foam.
And then,
Like foam.
Exactly. And then to pull in the whole concept that I was able to ink around the edges. Yes, that's why the tag came in, because I can always ink around my edges of the tag. And then I added my cluster of ribbons and twines. My tassels off my tags are like huge. So I always like them to be fluffy. And then so the recipient or the person giving it can write on the back if they want. So, and it just tucks in there.
Yeah. And you used water when you made the card.
Yes.
Patty said, yeah. So you really watered out. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You handled it all over the place. That's really good. Congratulations.
Well, thank you. I had an awesome time.
Good.
I did.
I think you did really nicely. It was fun.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Now I just got to remember to take pictures and get it to you.
Oh, we'll remind you. Remember, I'm the person that sends emails and messages on Instagram.
You come in from all angles. I'm surprised you haven't gotten smoke signals down yet. So, yeah.
They're coming.
Absolutely. Okay.
Yep. Carrier pigeons, it's all there. But we'll talk about that when we sign off. But I'm going to let you rest, relax a few minutes while we tell everybody how they can play, give away some good products, and tell them who's coming up next. All right?
Okay.
Thank you. You did a good job. You're all going to want to play along. This is much easier than last week. I think it's quite good. You need to make a card with some sort of ribbon, a ribbon of whatever. You can look it up and go back in the show and see where we talked about it. Neutral cup background plus 2 colors. You get 2. So remember, the Craft Roulette neutrals are blacks, browns, and metallics, whites, creams, grays, and craft. Then we have water, some kind of water element and ink edging. Go to craftroulette.live and there is a submission form, and just upload it there. Fill in all the spaces and it will work real well for you. Otherwise, it won't let you go on. So we look forward to all those that you have till midnight Sunday, or if you're a patron, you have till midnight Thursday. Which one's the better deal? Well, patron, of course, because it's so much fun. We have some really nice ladies coming up. Lauren Taylor is next week. She has not missed a submission since she was on the last time, which was a long time ago. And then we have Sandy Boone and one of our 1.65% men. Her husband Travis will be with her. And then we have Jeannie Lou coming after that. Fun stuff, huh? Nice ladies and gentlemen. Our 1.65. Dr. Shrub will have to watch that one. We do want to thank our patrons. You do make a big difference in our life. If you were on our show a couple months ago, I described how we are $7,000 in the hole with this show, with our shows. So we're still trying to dig out, and we really appreciate you guys coming alongside and helping us, because we do have monthly expenses in addition to that. So thank you so much. We do try to make some awesome, extra bonus, exclusive, cool stuff for you, including an all patron call tomorrow. Don't you want to be there? Zoom call. It's going to be a lot of fun. 1:30 Central Time. I have it slated till 2 hours, but we'll see how it goes. They're just so much fun. We had so much fun in April when we were all on and talking, and it's just a stinking good time, and we want you there too. So thank you guys. We do have 3 new patrons to welcome and thank: Kathleen McKinney, Katie, and Monica Taylor. You guys are making it happen for us all. Thank you so much. To the Monica double brain kiss. Look at all you marvelous. Well, it just is not a bad problem to have that kind of be a while. Well done. Oh, we also have Scrapbook Game coming up a week from tomorrow for Club Fun patrons. Oh, Mr. Mike still has his eyes on. He's watching you. Did you like how Miss the Wheel came in and watched me on the infomercial? This is our giveaway time. We have a couple goodie bags to give away, a handmade card with an itty bitty gift, and a wonderful $25 gift certificate to a Pear Blossom Press, our spin sponsor of June. Let's start with the goodie bag, shall we, Mr. Producer? If you're sent in a card last week, your name will be on here. If you are international, I can't afford a goodie bag, but I will send you a handmade card with an itty bitty gift because I'm so generous that way. It's silly how much I would have to pay. Teresa, however, was here earlier, and she is local. Or USA, domestic. So we'll make sure she gets to contact me before midnight on Sunday. Actually, she's a patron, so I will contact her. You got your goodie bag already, Lynn? Yay! Do it again for another goodie bag. Was it fun? Oh. Lisa, right now, I had it scheduled for, there's an invitation in the blog. On the patron blog. It's all right there. So I had it scheduled to go live at 6:45 when we were on the show. So if I said it early enough, then you could go find it, but I forgot to tell you that part. So it should be all there. If you don't know, let me know. Okay? That makes me think you might be there tomorrow. This is going to be a goodie bag. Thank you, Ellen. Oh, fun. Carmen, the little process video maker. Yay. Let me know. Well, she's a patron too. So, I will contact you if you don't contact me, and we'll get this taken care of. I don't know if I have your address or not, but we'll need those things. So there's a contact form on craftroulette.live, and you can use it. All right, how about a handmade card with an itty bitty gift? This is an international gift because we're big that way. Yay, congrats. That's right. It's always fun. Our goodie bags are full of donations given to us by our viewers, which have been very, very... Oh, Katie! Katie's a brand new... this was her first time on the show, so that's extra fun. So, Katie, the process is you go to craftroulette.live, find the contact form, fill it out. I get it. Give me your address, and we'll get you your handmade card with an itty-bitty gift. Now, here's the big one. $25 gift certificate to Pear Blossom Press, our spin sponsor of June, not May. And their products are awesome. They have unique products. They have little lights. They have a halo light. They have 3 lights. They have 1 light. The super easy one is 1 light, but I don't think the other ones are going to be much harder. We will be, I did class on Tuesday with making lights with the little campers. So cute. Yeah. Oh, really? Mary Moisen. Oh, that's delightful. Mary has made over 20 process videos based on Craft Roulette. She's pretty awesome. So, Mary Moisen, make sure you let me know that you want that, and I will get that taken care of for you. Congratulations, all. Thank you all for sending in cards. They really were. You made a beautiful gallery this week. Really, really beautiful. I think she's ready. The purple girl. There she is. Well, yeah, you look really relaxed now. I'm surprised you weren't taking a nap. Yeah.
No,
you did.
no, I needed to find my desk again because it was pretty bad. So,
will you stay up and keep crafting? Or will this be is this like, oh no, I got to unwind somewhere else?
Probably I'm going to get caught up on my videos that I love to watch. And then just actually sit back and watch. I'll probably, at this time, I'm usually taking notes on future. I know what projects I have, but just to break it down, to just take those notes. And then, but I'm up at the crack of dawn. So.
Oh, are you?
I'm up every morning at like 4 in the morning.
I'm up at, me too. I'm up every morning by 8.
I wish I could say that one. Yeah.
And
then
there's you probably get so much
it's the
done.
whole fall. Yeah. No,
you get so much done.
Actually, I do. That's where I can get all the posts shifted out and do all of the blogs because
it's a lot, isn't it? A lot of admin. Yeah.
It truly is.
Yeah.
If I could just make the videos and be done with it, I'd be a happy camper. But
it doesn't work that way.
No.
It's the part they don't tell you. It's the part they don't tell you. Yeah, that's right. Mr. Producer said sometimes you even have to send out 2 messages. 1 email and 1 direct message.
This is true. And Mary, I believe that you're going to reach 3. So I know you're going to find that 3rd one to send to people. So I think that's awesome.
Yeah, I have done that before. But, and then there have been, what I found out. Okay, so I would message them in Instagram and I wouldn't hear back. And then I would go, and I have a spreadsheet. So I have so many spreadsheets. It's really ridiculous. But I would go back to the spreadsheet and say, well, they never answered me. So I'd go back to Instagram a year or so later and say, well, what did they? And then I'd notice they hadn't even seen it. They'd never even seen it because Instagram didn't recognize me as on their primary list. And so I was in some remote request list. And they never even saw it. So that's the backstory on that. So that's
I think it's great that you take so many different avenues because, it's amazing all the different ways that people can reach out to you.
Yes.
And thank God, because there's times where I forget to
Right.
look at my Instagram message. And you're right. You can either have a primary, a general, and then the request.
And then the request
well, what are
from
these?
Larry
Or you
Frank,
have-
1890.
oh, yeah.
Yeah. Hi, beautiful.
Or, the dryer ball seller people, that want to contact you.
Hi, my name's Larry Frank, and I sell dryer balls.
Yes. Yes. It's a funny world. It is absolutely
It is a weirdo world. Yeah,
a
it
funny
is.
world. Funny world. But
Yeah.
I recommend it to anybody. I think it's one of the best things that I started doing. So
Good. Well, we're real glad you did it, and I'm real glad you answered your email.
I, I had a feeling if I didn't, you were going to find me. So yes.
I'll have to tell you the story about how I got the weatherman to come over for my mom's birthday someday.
Oh my goodness.
My daughters were sure I was going to get a restraining order put on me. Anyway, this is the time of night where we kiss our brains and say, we did a good job. We did a little self-care. We got some crafting started. This is all good stuff. We're creative beings. We can do this. We can make a card with less than 4 hours. Well done, by the way. So we just give ourselves a little smooch on the nog. And it really does feel good. I really like doing it. Sometimes I do it all by myself when I feel like I need a little love. So thank you, Chatterboxes. I will be reading all your comments tomorrow. It's always a good time to review the night through your eyes. Thank you, Desiree, for joining us on You're very brave. We appreciate you taking a chance on us, really do. Mr. Producer, well done. Kisses to all. Good night. Stay safe. Love ya. We'll see you next Friday, Tuesday on Fun University. Bye-bye.
Take care.